What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Hidden Heights Farm. So as you can tell, I am back on the farm. We are back in Oklahoma. If you guys seen the video where me and my buddy Dutch went down to Florida, we both went down there and found us some trophy-sized alligators, and let me tell you, this was an awesome, fun trip. I'll kind of talk a little bit more about that here in just a little bit, but I want to share some stuff with you guys. You guys seen the last video where our house and our farm got hit by lightning, and we lost little Henry to a lightning strike. We lost a lot of stuff in the house to a lightning strike. Therefore, several days I was gone in Florida, and Rachel and the kids were still here, and they were still finding stuff that got hit by lightning. But we are dealing with some insane, brutal heat right now, and it's starting to catch up to a lot of us, right, Mojo? You're super hot, aren't you, buddy? This cool cement is his favorite place to lay that, and he goes and digs some mud holes. And Mr. Smeagol, how are you dealing with this heat, buddy? Huh? A little hot, isn't it? All right, Mo, you stay cool. He just now up from behind the house. He was back there in a mud hole, laying in the cool shade in the mud, and he decided to come back around to the front and lay on the cool cement. But anyways, some of the things that got hit, you guys know we lost little Henry. We lost all of our like our wireless routers and all that type of stuff, which is replaceable. But then I found out when I got back from Florida, it took out our big laser printer. It took out one of my desktops. Took out both garage door openers, the control boards on them. I've actually already ordered those and got them replaced, so got that stuff fixed. But one sad thing is we can't replace a life on a goat, so that's sad news. I'm sorry about that. I talked about that in the last video. I want to bring it all up again, but one thing that we do have to look forward to when I got back from Florida is down at the lake property, the fence is done. The pipe fence is done. The gates are up. So I'm going to jump in the Jeep here in just a second. We're going to run down there and I'm going to show you guys. We still had some people coming down there and like pulling up to the gate and turning around. I got cameras down there, you know. So far it's working. The trespassers are being, what's the word? Deterred away. So let's jump in the Jeep real quick and run down there. And we're not feeding right now. It is too hot right now. It is it's 6 o'clock in the evening. It's 101 degrees here in Oklahoma. I just seen on the news an hour ago in Miami, Oklahoma, that's in the very northeast corner of Oklahoma, they set the record for the hottest heat index at 126 degrees. And I got a story I'm gonna tell you guys as soon as we get down to the lake property, look at the fence. I got my family into a bad situation a couple days ago. So let me get in the Jeep, we'll head down there and I'll fill you guys in. Okay, so we're here. So like I said, the fence is done and I got a story to go with it. So let me pan the camera around and kind of show you guys some of the fence here. I'm gonna show you guys the gates first. These are the gates that my nephew custom made. He custom welded these up. And these are like a 2x4 rectangular tubing, and pretty stout. Got this latch on there. I can put a lock on it, keep them locked so people can't just open them and go in. Right now we got something going on that we're going to get into a little bit later, so I have it unlocked. But let me show you some of this stuff. Look at these welds. That's some nice welding right there. I can't weld worth the flip, but a lot of you were worried about us using these pipes and not putting caps on here, but I guarantee you every one of them has a cap. Nice good welds, these nice hinges. They have grease zerks on the bottom of them so we can grease them up. They won't get squeaky on us. But it's just a 3-rail pipe fence, and as you can see, it's primered, and that's where my story is fixing to go. I put my family in a bad situation. I told you guys a while ago. And we'll come over here and look. And walk down. Yes, I need to come down here and mow. Guys, I'm telling you, this heat, it is insane. It is making this like a jungle here. The heat, and it's been raining, so we've been getting tons and tons of the heat and the rain, so everything is just growing like crazy. But you can see it's primed. I need to come down here and touch up a couple more spots, and that is where my story is leading to. So you guys know when you have metal and moisture, they don't mix. What happens to the metal if it sets out in the rain and the moisture? Right, it rusts. Well, this is about, with the 3 rails, it's 600 feet of pipe. And I don't want to have to sand all that by hand. And if it sits here without having a primer or some kind of paint or something on it, you're going to have to sand it down before you can paint it. Or the rust is just going to set up underneath the paint and it's going to bubble up and it's going to look like caca later. So as soon as I got back from Florida, I told my family I already had the primer and stuff and the paint in the shop. I already bought it because I knew as soon as they got done welding, I needed to get down here. And I don't know why I'm standing in the heat. It's too hot. I told them, I said, we need to get down there and we got to get a coat of primer on that fence, or we're going to be down there sanding that whole thing by hand, and that's going to take us a week to sand it all before we can primer it and paint it. So we came down here a couple days ago. My mom and dad came, Rachel, Caleb, and Kaya. I recruited the whole family. We come down here and I started wire wheeling on the gate because the gate was already getting surface rust on it pretty bad. So I brushed the, I had a wire wheel on a grinder, and I wire wheeled that whole gate, and it took me like an hour or so. It was like 105 degrees that day. My mom and dad showed up, the kids and Rachel showed up, and whenever you buy new metal, it has a little bit of oil on it, and if you were going to paint over that, sometimes it don't take real good because there's an oil substance on the pipe when you buy it new. But every time it rains, more and more washes off. So anyways, we had to take some rags, we had to take gasoline and wipe down every part of this pipe before we could primer it. So that took a little bit. And of course, we didn't get started till it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Anyways, we're all working, and then by that time the gasoline had dried, the oil's gone. So we all started painting. I bought these fancy pipe roller. Don't recommend them at all. They did not work at all. They just kept falling in the dirt. They didn't work well at all. And then I also, my buddy Daniel at Arms Family Homestead, he did a video about 4 years ago showing, he had a couple corner posts, not a whole pipe fence, but he had a couple of corner posts. And he made a video, said something about the best way to paint pipe fence or something like that. And I seen him using these mittens. You dip them down in the glove and you rub them down your pipe. I don't recommend those either. I already texted him and told him, I said, I just wasted $20 but because I listened to you on your video. Anyways, the only thing that worked really good was the brushes. So we ended up pretty much brush painting the whole thing. And halfway through it, my family was going down. Everybody was getting so hot. We were drinking gallons and gallons of water, and it just wasn't enough. People was having to sit in the cars and take a break. And then I was like 3 pipe rails from being done, and everybody was sitting. I look up, everybody's sitting in the vehicles. I just about put them through a little too much, and you know, I guess that was kind of being selfish of myself, trying to hurry up and get it done, and because I didn't want to have to come back down here and sand all that. But luckily everybody's okay. We all went home, took cold showers, and we all went to bed early that night because it absolutely wore all of us out big time. But like I said, the gate's already keeping trespassers out. It's doing its job. Can people climb over it? Of course they can, but they're not going to be able to drive a vehicle right through anymore. So the gate's going to serve its purpose. And looky here, guys, this is a pecan tree right here at the entry, and look what we got there. It's got some pecans on it. It's got quite a few up there as I look, actually. But so actually, guys, I keep telling you guys, we got something coming down here at the lake property that I haven't talked about yet. Now in the next video, I promise you, unless something crazy happens and aliens land in my yard or something like that, that I gotta make a video and post it, the next video, I promise, we will be revealing what's going on down here at the lake property. We got something big coming, and I think it's time to share it with you guys. And this fence could not have came at a better time, because once this is done down here, we're gonna really need the fence to keep the trespassers out. So as you can see, I love it. The gates turned out awesome. Like I said, he custom designed this, set it all up and welded it, and it's solid. It looks good. The hinges work good. Look at this. This is a heavy gate. These are two 10-foot gates, and we wanted to have a 20-foot entryway for particular reasons, so we could get big trailers and stuff like that in here. And the more I'm down here, the more I see spots I missed, or that we missed. Look at this. There's a little bit of bare metal. I need to come back down here and touch some of that up. But the majority of it is covered in primer, so it's going to protect it pretty good. So anyways, I don't know, what do you guys think? You think this will work to keep the trespassers out? I don't know. Time will tell. Like I said, right now I can't put a lock on it because we have something going on, and I'll get into that in the next video. But is it going to serve its purpose to keep the trespassers out? That's my main thing. Once we get done with what's going on, the little project going on down here, we'll put a lock on there, and if people want in there, they're just going to have to climb over or go around or whatever, you know. But I'm telling you guys, it is brutally hot. And a while ago I started saying we're not feeding right now. What I meant is I'm not feeding at this exact moment. We're waiting right until pretty much sundown before we're feeding the animals. It's just way too hot right now. Most of them don't even feel like eating. The dogs, they're not going to eat at all right now until it cools off later in the evening. So I'm going to load up, go back home, eat some dinner, and then later this evening we'll go back out and I'll bring the camera with me and we'll check on all the animals. And I'll just tell you guys right now, because we had a lot of comments on the video that posted about the lightning strike. No other animals were hurt, just little Henry. And I'm almost positive that the line that goes into our house that the lightning rode in on was right there by that tree that Henry, I found him at that morning. So, sad deal, it is what it is, and we got to keep going on and just try to learn from it and see if there's something we can't do to keep that from happening again, because it's a bad deal. So I'm gonna head home, and then we'll see you guys here in just a little bit. Okay, we're back on the farm, and as you can't tell with all the noises, so the sun has actually started to go down and it's cooled off a little bit. It's still pretty bad. So the other day when we went to paint the gate, I drove the old Beast dump truck, and this is the primer that I put on the pipe. It's just a rusty metal primer, and you can see it's like a rusty red color, that right there. So we got one coat of that on there. I need to do a little bit of touch up. But I ordered a spray can, a can, I don't know what to call it, a sprayer off of Amazon. I'm waiting for it to come in, but I think I'm going to wait until it cools down a little bit before I go back and paint the rest of the pipe fence black. I'm going to paint it with an industrial grade paint. It's going to be black. I think it's made by, I think it's Anchor. I can't remember the brand, but it's going to be just like a black color, and hopefully it'll look good. So anyways, we're home now. I'm going to get some food. Rachel's over there filling up water, and you can see the animals are very confused. They don't know if we're coming or going. Look at them. How you know, Nancy? You ready to eat? So we'll see if Big Mo will come or not. He might not even want to come eat. It's brutally hot. Excuse me, girl. Hey, Walt. What you know, buddy? I know y'all been patiently waiting, but we gotta wait till it cools down, or nobody feels like eating. All right, come on. Got Mo nice, cool, cold egg out of the refrigerator. He likes the cold eggs, and so does Core and Leesky. Mr. Smeagol's about to stalk something. It looks like he's about to pounce on something in the weeds. You seen Betty? She usually takes her kids to bed by now.
Betty was out in the woods.
Oh, she was out in the woods. That's not good. What'd you find, Smeagol? Looks like you found some mojo hair. What'd you find, mojo hair? You're chewing on it? That's gross. I don't know what he's doing. Where are you taking those buckets? To the shade tree?
Under the trampoline.
Hey, the chickens love that old trampoline because it provides good shade. All right, come on, girls. Mojo! Come on, boy. I said Mojo, not Walt. Come on. Mojo! Here, put some on both sides for you guys. Here, right. Excuse me. The faster you guys move, the faster I can feed everybody. Nope, here comes the ghost face. Move it. Oh, I think I hear Betty and her kids. I hear them somewhere. Caleb's over there watering. Betty, bring your kids back. I don't know why she takes them out in the woods. So the animals are not doing a very good job of keeping the grass down. Look at this. It is insane. We are mid-August, almost to the end of August. And look at all this grass. As green as can be. This is unheard of. Mojo, come on. Come on, Mo. We're going to have to wait to feed him. He said it ain't quite cool enough, Dad. He ain't going to leave the porch. Good quack, quack. Good duck. Alright, so we'll leave most food right there. We'll wait till dark to come feed him. What do you know? It's a little too hot to be following me around tonight, isn't it? Yeah, why don't you go get somewhere cool? Okay, so I've tried to cut down on the feed because, like I just showed you guys in the front pasture, the goats are just not eating the grass down like they should be. It is insane. There's a little buck we kept, and there's the dogs. There's the dogs. You ready for your food, buddy? Let me go feed these goats. Hold on, Beastie Man. Let me get these goats tricked. So this little buck right here waits for me to feed. Here, I pour a little on the ground for him. But he's still a little guy. And they try to bully him, so I feed him separate. And it works out pretty good. Hey, how'd y'all get in here? Let's run out the gate, or the door. There you go. Alright. We got the GoPro, so it's going to look a little different in here. Like I said, it's almost dark. You don't want in there, buddy. Cora, what are you doing? Come on. Quit eating goat food. Come on. Come on, I got you all some nice cold eggs. Here, Cora. Come on. Alright, look. Straight out of the fridge. Nice and cold. Hi. Okay, so these dogs are eating, so that's a good thing. It is just insanely hot. This has got to be some kind of record. I heard them say something about the 4th hottest August in the last 30 years or something. I mean, it's crazy. You walk outside, you're just going to be soaking wet from sweat. The humidity is unreal, and look, the sun's down. But that don't mean the heat goes down. Whew. So anyways, guys, just wanted to kind of give you guys an update on where we're at, and stay tuned for the next video. We're going to have a, I don't know what you want to call it, a big release. I got some news coming out for down at the lake property. I've I've kind of hinted around here and there. I know you guys have been kept asking me, are you moving down there? Are you moving the farm? What's the plan? So stay tuned to the next video, I promise. Unless, like I said, aliens or something, I get aliens on video or something, I might go ahead and put that out first. But otherwise, I will be posting that reveal video. It'll be me, Rachel, and the kids down there. So we'll reveal it down there and let you guys know what we got coming. We're super excited. Some of you guys might not be as excited as we are, but we are. It's something we've been wanting for a long time to happen, and it's finally coming along. So we'll go talk to Rachel real quick before we get off the video. Cora, what you got? A horsefly bothering you? Huh? You been taking dips in the pond? That's usually how these two dogs stay cool, is they go get in the pond and a couple times a day and cool off, take a little swim, and then lay underneath the shade tree for a while. Smeagol? What you know, buddy? Huh?
He's so hot.
He said, yeah, I think I want to get in that stock tank with the water. He said, it's hot. Give me a popsicle.
He said, help.
You hear those cicadas? That's how you know it's really
How
hot.
can you not hear those cicadas?
Yeah, I know.
We used to fish with them as kids.
Okay, so
Didn't
thank
catch
you.
anything, but
There's Skeeter, bud. Hey, Skeet, you want to say hi? Hey, say hi. He's just doing his checks. So anyways, guys, we love you. Subscribe and make sure you stay tuned to the next video, and we will let you guys know what we got going on down at the lake property finally. So like this video, leave us a comment, and we'll see you next time.